Hey, Matthew, did you hear about Matt Chapman's boner?
No, we're not talking about that again. No.
What? What do you mean, dude? This is a medical term. I'm talking about a medical procedure.
No, I'm not letting you talk me into talking about a boner again.
All right.
So what about his boner?
Ha! Chapman says that he tore the core muscle. And I kept waiting for them to give it a different name, but that's just what they called it, the core muscle. You know, the one around your core.
Sure, that one.
He tore it off of his pubic bone on both sides. And I really had to think about that because I was like front and back, and then I realized they meant left and right. Because I guess it attaches in two places. I'm not a doctor, but anyway, they had to reattach it during the procedure.
I thought he had a sports hernia. I thought that was when there was a hole in the groin muscle.
I mean, I thought so too. But I guess it's also when muscles tear off your pubic bone. Or, you know, as some people call it, a boner.
No, other people don't call it that, Ben. Only you.
Well, some people call it that, Ben.
Never mind. Bob, just hit it.
Welcome to Giant Cocktails, where the humor is elite, but the baseball sucks. Oh yeah, here are your hosts, Ben and Matthew Henry.
Welcome to episode 391 of Giant Cocktails. Ben, beloved Giant Hunter Pence, scored 391 runs during his Giants career. In 2014, he scored 106 times when he was an All-Star and finished 11th in MVP voting that year.
And he eats pizza with a fork.
That's right.
That's right. Certifiable fact. No, he's one of the best to ever do it, man. Like, I don't know why you had to bring old Merkel and his boner into this one. Look what it did. Now we just say that word whenever we want. Boner.
No, we don't say that word whenever we want.
I don't know what you're talking about, Matthew. This is like the second consecutive episode where somebody has said it at least 3 times. Boner.
Oh, man. Okay. Bob, save me.
What?
Enough with the banter. Let's talk cocktails.
Yes, let's talk about that instead.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking a cocktail that I'm calling Moon Over Michoacán.
What?
There's reasons. I'll tell you all about it at the end of the episode.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, thank you for asking, Bob. That's very kind of you. Bob, you know what they're going to call 2026? They're going to call it Posey's boner.
Jeez.
Because it's all his fault. I mean, you know what? But I'm not. It's everybody's fault. You know, like I've gone on record as putting most of the blame on 3 individual players who played very poorly, especially at the plate during the beginning of the season, and that's why this season sucked. But I realized, you know what? No. At the end of the day, it's the architect's fault. So I think we should be blaming the people who just phoned this season in, Misters Johnson, Posey, and Vitello. And so I'm going to put the same amount of effort into my cocktails as they did in putting this team together, which is why today I'm drinking a cocktail called Water on the Rocks. And I will tell you what's in a Water on the Rocks at the end of the episode. Hint, it might be different than the recipe you're thinking.
Well, good, because I'm thinking it's just ice water.
Well, what gave you that idea?
Oh, the whole water over ice thing.
Water on the rocks? Speaking of, Matthew, does it occur to you that we used to wonder what it would possibly be like if we were a podcast for the Colorado Rockies? And now we are like in that reality. We are on the rocks. That's our Colorado Rockies name of the podcast, in case anybody didn't know.
Yeah, that doesn't work for every team, but for that one it does.
It does, yeah.
I don't want to think about that. I'm already feeling the feels about this season. I don't need you to like introduce this alternate universe where we're now on the rocks.
All right, fine. Then let's move on.
Okay, good. So today is Sunday, August 16th, as we record this podcast. For the 5th series in a row, the Giants won only one game in the series. And it's even worse than you think because one of those series was a 4-game series.
That's right.
To bring the Giants to a season-high 22 games under 500, but only 20 games below homeostasis.
There you go. That's add a spirit. Add a spirit. Add a boy. That's the spirit.
That's right. The last time the Giants were this far under 500 was the last day of the season in 2017 when the Giants were 35 under. I feel like we might be challenging that team. I haven't done the math.
Oh, I did the math, Matthew. I did the math. And I'm glad that we could move on from discussing how this team is like the Rockies and instead discuss how they lost a series to the Rockies and then talk at length about their record. One must picture Sisyphus as being happy, Matthew.
Okay. This is the second time you brought up Sisyphus.
Because that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing in every episode, dude.
It's a Sisyphean task.
Yes. And so we must assume that we are happy doing it because otherwise it's miserable. It's called absurdism, folks, in case you missed last week's episode. Anyway, Matthew, the Giants are 4-10 in the month of August. That's a winning percentage of 286. And folks, I rounded up. If they keep that pace up, Matthew, they will either go 11-27 or 10-28 because you can't have a partial win. That means their final record of the season, if they continue to play this poorly, is going to be 62-100 or 61-101. Both of which would be a San Francisco record. One would tie it. It would tie a record.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to react to this. Is that like, oh, I know.
There it is. There it is, Matthew, because listen.
What?
Okay, listen. When you tear your muscle off of your pubic bone, you could ignore it.
It's not called a boner.
It's not called a boner. It's not called a boner. I don't know. I guess it's called a hernia, or it's called a ow, that must hurt. But the point is, Matthew, if you ignore it and just try to wait for it to get better, instead of getting it looked at, getting it taken care of, then it will never get better. Okay? So you have to confront it so that you can deal with it. Wow, I feel like this might be a metaphor for other things that I should be taking care of in my own life.
Yeah, start writing this shit down.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I should listen back to these episodes after. Nah, whatever. That's too much work. Anyway, that's why, Matthew. That's why, because otherwise we're just putting our head in the sand. Otherwise, we're trying to rehab our torn pubic muscle instead of getting the surgery we need. Nobody would ever do that.
Well, Ben, we did warn people that it was going to get worse after the trade deadline.
Yeah, that's right. That's just because you kind of, when you hit rock bottom, you kind of skid for a while.
For a long time. Long time. especially when the acceleration of the descent was so fast.
Well, right, we hit rock bottom, but nobody told us that the shelf would then collapse and we would keep skidding. Yeah. Well, we told you. You're welcome, listener.
That's right. Lisa, I hope you were mentally prepared for this.
The few of you that we have left.
Yeah, thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
Thanks
you for going. Thank you. Just for those of you curious, our recent high water mark was our reactions to the trade deadline. Because
well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
Nobody wants
sense.
to
That's
hear
like the
about the
only
other stuff.
positive, like really like interesting thing that you can care about anymore. And so, like,
And people are protecting their feelings. I get it.
I get it. You don't have to listen to us. I mean, it was just Matthew. You might listen to us, but because I'm here.
So what are we going to talk about today, Ben? Well, obviously, we're going to talk about the Rockies series. And then we have some stuff for segment 2 that's kind of like, I don't know, let's just throw things out there and see what we want to talk about. So it'll be a little bit of a hodgepodge.
A potpourri.
A potpourri, I like it. If we get that far. Because my plan is to just load us up with tidbits, folks.
Yeah, everybody loves tidbits. What Matthew is suggesting is that we're going to get full on the bread and butter.
That's right. The all-you-can-eat breadsticks at Olive Garden.
That's right. So that when they bring us the endless plate of shrimp, we won't be able to eat as much.
The tortilla chips at the Mexican restaurant.
That's
They
right.
Just keep
That's
bringing
right.
that
But
basket.
this analogy doesn't. Yeah, this doesn't really work because the tidbits are the good part.
They are good. Anyway, Ben, it was announced this weekend that the Giants are going to host the 2028 All-Star Game.
Woohoo! Yeah, I went to the last one that was there, which would have been to carry the one to 21 years before.
Oh, all right. You're old.
Yeah, I had season tickets.
That's right. You did back when you were rolling in the dough. Anyway,
And I didn't have children.
that's true. The children part.
God,
the
that's
part
what
that
really screwed me.
Folks, don't have kids.
Don't.
They're really expensive.
Don't. So many reasons why.
Anyway, it got me thinking about the 2028 season. And, like, the Giants might be the first team to host an all-star game where they don't have an all-star. Now, I know that there will be one. Like, they got to give some honorary guy the honor of being on the all-star team.
Mm-hmm.
But I envision in 2 years, the way the Giants have been going is that Logan Webb will be too old.
Yeah.
He will be starting on his decline.
Yeah.
And all the young ones in the farm system won't be quite ready. Still getting a little MSG in the farm system.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Bryce Eldridge will be hurt.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing then, Matthew. Then that'll be A-star. All ace. It will be all-star Nate Furman.
I hope so for Nate's sake.
I mean, we all hope so for
He
Nate's
could be
sake.
the new Elliot Ramos.
Wait, what?
Elliot didn't really deserve to be an all-star that year.
I mean,
on,
yeah,
let's just be
yeah.
honest.
Did you know that
Let's
he's
just-
hitting 083 for the Yankees right now?
I did. Poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, oh no. If only this could have been foreseen.
I think the Yankees are going to stop trading with us, Ben.
I mean, I think the Yankees should watch some of the Giants' games before they trade for a dude. I think maybe this was a pure spreadsheet trade.
It was like, ooh, look, he's got some numbers. Let's trade for him. And he's right-handed.
Yeah,
Let's just...
yeah. But he hits opposite field home runs. Short porch, yada, yada. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, speaking of home runs, Ben, Joshua Baez of the St. Louis Cardinals made his major league debut on Saturday.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
And it was a debut like no other. The man hit 3 home runs in his first 3 at-bats for the first time in Major League history.
Get this, dude. They were all off of the same pitcher. Forever Never Giant Matthew Boyd, who's having a good season also.
Yeah. So Farhan knew what he was talking about.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't remember, Matthew Boyd was a Giant in contract terms only. He rehabbed off of surgery, and then Farhan flipped him for, I don't remember who, before he ever played a game for the Giants. And then he appeared in 10 games for the Mariners that year, I believe. And the only time that he's ever been a reliever was that year. And then he's had one down year since then, but a couple of good years since then. But anyway, this isn't about him. This is about Joshua Baez.
Ben, hold your horses.
I'm holding them. Down
Matthew Boyd was traded to the Seattle Mariners with Kurt Casale for, get this, Michael Striffler and Andy Thomas.
Okay, so we lost that trade.
You kind of did. I don't even know if I pronounced Striffler's name
I don't
right,
think, not even his mother knows.
Sorry, Michael.
But anyway,
This 3 home runs. 3 home runs. It is. And boy, being a baseball fan and you see something like that happen, I don't care if he's on your team or not. That was pretty cool. And what was really cool is it would show the dugout after every home run, and the look of incredulity on their faces was priceless. I mean, these are professional athletes who have seen a lot, and here was something that they had never seen, and their mouths were dropped. They were just living in the moment. It was great. Ben, 145 players have hit a home run in their first at-bat in Major League history. None who did it 3 times, but 145 in their first at-bat. Little information on that. 17 were pitchers, which, we'll never see again.
Yeah, and a lot of those probably took a long time to have that at bat, right? Because maybe they were in the AL.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. 25 of those 145 never hit another home run.
This was my thing, because you texted this to me, and I was like, and he'll hit 10 home runs for the rest of his career because this always happens. As the name I love to say, Kevin Moss will demonstrate. MAAS. Fastest.
I bought his rookie card when it.
Yep. Fastest man to 10 home runs.
I thought I was going to make a bank out of that, but then I stuck it in my bicycle wheel later to make that cool sound.
Yeah, it was. It served.
But to your point, Ben, 60 players have never hit more than 9 career home runs after their initial at bat being a home run. And interesting enough, 27 of the 145 are still active, including the all-time home run leader of this 145, Aaron Judge.
Oh, wow. Okay, so now everybody's going to point to him, and then every time a guy hits a home run in his first at-bat, he's going to be the next Aaron Judge.
Correct. And Joshua Baez had 34 home runs in AAA before they called him up. So he might hit a few more than 10.
Yeah, he might.
He's already hit more 3, so I feel like the odds are good. Ben, 4 Giants have hit a home run in their first at bat. One of them was a pitcher, John the Count Montefiusco. Hit a home run on September 3rd, 1974.
This I knew, yes.
And he only hit 3 more in his career.
Case in point.
And then Johnny LeMaster. Yes, light-hitting Johnny LeMaster hit a home run in his first at-bat, but it was an inside the Parker in Candlestick.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Of course, famously, Will Clark hit a home run in his first at-bat against Nolan Ryan. I'm going to call that the most impressive first at-bat home run.
That's right.
And then Brett Pill in 2011 also hit a home run in his first at-bat.
And how many did he hit in his career, Matthew?
He hit 9.
Yep.
Part of the under 10 club.
That's right. Part of the under 10 club, as 40% of them are. But nonetheless, cool.
Yes, cool stuff.
I remember when you used to reject us talking about any other team other than the Giants.
The bar has to be pretty high for us to do that. I'm just saying.
Or the bar has to be pretty low.
Okay, that too.
Right? Yeah. Is this about what Joshua did, or is this about what the Giants are doing?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We have some old new faces and returning faces on the team this weekend. Jonah Cox and Turner Hill were added. Now, just last episode, we talked about which players should get some opportunity. Turner Hill was not on the list. But they got brought up, and Grant McCrae and old Nate, what's his name, were options.
Future All-Star Nate Furman, dude.
Oh, that's right. Put some respect on his name. Nate Furman. That's right. Nate Furman, who was getting Christian Kost. So it's no surprise that he was sent back down.
No.
I was curious about Turner Hill, though. I know you're not going to like him because he's 27 years old.
I mean, I like him because it just proves that we're right about what's going to continue to happen this season. Right?
Yeah.
That's right. We're not getting a Bo Davidson. Right? We're not. Yeah. We're getting Turner Hills.
And Turner Hill is 27 years old. He is the reigning Pacific Coast League Player of the Month. Whoa. Because he had a 26-game hit streak going when he got called up, which is a Sacramento River Cats record. He was hitting .344 in Double-A Richmond to start the season, and then was even better in Sacramento, hitting .353 over 88 games. He also has 23 stolen bases in 28 attempts. One of the reasons he's so much older, though, is he was a D3 guy, played 3 seasons for Malone University, and then he moved to his hometown college, Marietta, Ohio, for 2 after COVID. So he had 5 years because he had a COVID year. Mm-hmm. And he was a D3 All-American, but he went undrafted in 2022 and signed by the Giants as a free agent in 2023. And he's worked his way up and now is in the big leagues.
Question for you.
Okay.
Let's say he spends the rest of the season on the major league team. Then he's on the team during the work stoppage. But then the work stoppage comes back. But he's hurt, so they put him on the IL. Then he goes back to Sacramento to play, rehab games.
Mm-hmm.
His streak would still be intact, right? That would be game 27.
It would be, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, all right. So stay tuned for 2028, folks.
I was going to say, have an asterisk saying over 3 seasons. But your point of him being on the 40-man as we head towards a lockout made me think. We actually had this little discussion via text, but I wanted to talk to you in person here. These guys who are getting brought up and being put on the 40-man, on one hand, it's a wonderful opportunity for them to be on the major league roster, play in major league games, make major league money for however long they can. But when game 162 is done and they're still on the 40-man, and then the owners say, hey, we're locking you out, it's got to be a disservice to those guys because they won't be able to play or even talk to any baseball people until till the lockout is done.
That is correct, which could be an entire season, some people are saying. So these guys, who are all fringe guys, who are finally making it to the majors, or getting onto the 40-man, if they're still on the 40-man when the work stoppage happens, or the lockout happens, yeah, they will be not allowed to do anything for that entire time. And then when the work stoppage is resolved and all of the teams frantically go back to try building their rosters, many of these guys will probably be DFA'd and not get a chance at all. So what we are probably seeing right now is the end of a lot of these guys' careers. That is a horrific thing that is happening right in front of our eyes right now. God bless America.
I do wonder, though, could a team like DFA everybody like on the last day of the season?
I wonder. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a good idea for these guys. So then they could go to the minor leagues and be signed to minor league contracts after all of that stuff works itself out. I think that would be the kind thing to do to these guys. And I think, honestly, it would be nice to have them in your minor league systems if you have space for them, because then at least there's some veteran presence around all of your young minor leaguer players.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll happen. We'll see. It'll be the odd case where DFAing a guy will actually be good for him instead of bad.
Speaking of Sacramento, though, and the minors, Marcelo Meyer, who we got from Eric Miller, and some minor leaguer, is rehabbing from his injury and is playing in Sacramento. And his second at-bat as a Giant, or as a River Cat, I guess I should say, hit a home run.
Yeah. Joshua Baez-esque.
Yes.
I mean, I
so
guess.
Marcelo Meyer, I assume, is going to be joining the team shortly, which is good timing because they're going to Boston on this next road trip.
Yeah, and we... Oh! Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha! Ah. Wow. Sure, yeah, let's do it.
He's going to be on the team before Boston.
You think
he
so?
Will.
And they're going to play him?
Absolutely. And they're going to play him.
Every day?
God, I hope so.
He's going to go like 0 for 12?
Maybe.
That could happen.
Or he could do a Yaz and go like, 6 for 20.
Mm-hmm. This isn't the Orioles, dude. This is the Red Sox. I hope so. I hope it happens. At least it's something interesting. At least it's something interesting. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's do it, Marcelo.
Okay. Well, you're into interesting thing. The next tidbit isn't as interesting. The Giants claimed third baseman Shea Whitcomb out of the Houston Astros organization and sent him to Sacramento. But what I was really interested in was that they signed him from the Sugarland Space Cowboys. And I just wanted to say the words Sugarland Space Cowboys.
I mean, you could say that all the time if you were an Astros fan. I mean,
I guess
it's
so.
in Texas and they're the Astros.
I went and looked at their website. Their merch is actually kind of cool.
Matthew,
Yes.
are you a space cowboy? A gangster?
No, I'm a gangster of love. man.
Or
We all know that.
I was gonna say there's 3 choices. There's 3 choices.
Okay. There's only one choice for me. But okay, what are the 3 choices?
Space cowboy, gangster of love, Maurice.
Or Maurice?
Yeah.
I'm not Maurice.
Yeah, I'm a Maurice.
You are a Maurice. I'm sure. In fact, if people had to guess your name, they look at you and go, Maurice? I think that would.
That was more like Geppetto.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was trying to be kind.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, did you know that Tommy John died?
I did hear that. It's very sad. Do you know why?
Why is it sad, or why did he die?
No, why is it sad? Why
Oh,
it's
good,
sad?
because I don't know why he died. But no, why is it sad? Why is it sad?
Because he can't do the surgeries anymore. I mean, this is a whole, that era of pitching is over, Matthew.
I haven't even
No
seen
more Tommy
that.
John surgeries.
That angle might be a new angle. No one's talking about that.
I know, because, why would they name the surgery after him if he didn't invent it? Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the Tommy John surgery, right? Because it's named after Dr. Tommy John?
No, in fact, I think Dr. Frank Job, who did do the surgery and pioneered it, probably should get a little more respect.
They should call it the Job?
The Job, yes. It doesn't ring.
Oh, I see.
It doesn't roll off the
I see.
tongue the way
Yeah,
Tommy John does.
Okay. It is weird that he was most famous for a surgery he had performed on him. But, dude, if you go look at his stats and you realize when that surgery happened, I mean, wow. This was revolutionary. This used to be like, oh, you're done. You're done. Your baseball career is over. And then he played for 15 more years or something stupid. I mean, it literally changed the game. Yeah.
All right.
Well, rest
So,
in peace,
Ben,
Tommy John.
That's all the tidbits I got for you.
But, Matthew, there's still a lot of time left.
I know. There's 14 minutes or so.
14 minutes until we hit the bare minimum.
I'm thinking today's a bare minimum day.
Really? Man, my water on the rocks is just starting to take a hold of me. I'm about to make another one.
All right. Go crazy,
Yeah.
man.
All right.
Well, Ben, game 1 on Friday. Landon Root pitched like poop. And the Giants lost 5-2.
He's not the only one who pitched like poop.
I mean, Trent Harris, yeah, okay, he gave up a run late and walked a bunch of people. He also struck out a few. I'm willing to give him a little bit more leeway because they did just pull him up from AAA as one of those guys that will be on the 40-man at the end of the year that they don't care about. And but Landon Roop is supposed to be our number 3 starter, and he pitched 5 2/3, gave up 5 hits and 3 walks, and I want to say the 3 walks were all in a row.
Probably, because that is the Landon Roop way, and that's when you know his day is over. Is like when he walks 3 dudes in a row, and you're like, well, and you eat it.
And you know what? I could be conflating that with his previous start.
Yes,
but the point holds, right? I mean, he's always a little bit.
The point holds. I think that it definitely did happen in his previous start. But hold on, let me confirm for you. Matthew, I'm not going to lie. I totally forgot about this game. I was just in a different head place and was just you know. And later in the day, I went to look at the box score when I suddenly realized that the game had happened. And I looked at the box score and I stared at it. All night.
That vaunted lineup, is that what you were so?
Yes, I was looking at that lineup and I was just like, what? Who? What the fire truck? No. What the what? And it was just like that all night until 5 a.m. when I finally just fell asleep out of exhaustion. That lineup, it was. Oh God.
Yeah. I think this is what we have to expect for the remainder of the year, right? I mean, you got to get numb to this, Ben, because this is just the beginning, buddy. All right, we're going to be seeing a lot of Kennedy, Kisner, and Koss at the end of the lineup. I was going to use a nickname for them, but I will skip that right now because that's not appropriate.
Okay, you'll share it with me later, though, right?
I will.
Okay,
yes.
all right. Matthew, he did not walk all of those people in a row.
Okay.
They were.
I just felt that way.
It did just feel that way. They were spread out over quite a few batters, actually. So
All
he was,
right.
you know, he scattered 3 walks, as they say.
Oh, yeah. That lineup. It's no wonder that they only scored 2 runs, and one of them was at the end of the 9th inning, and it was Devers who drove in the run. So,
and the other one was a Bryce Eldridge homer.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. That's right. So yeah, our AAA guys didn't quite.
That wasn't. No.
Now, last time when we were saying the upcoming opponents, I said that the Logan Webb game was going to be the one that we won. Now that's not I'm not bragging about that. That is okay, logic would dictate that if we were going to win a game, that would be the one.
Yeah.
If I were a betting man, that would be the one.
Yeah, and I think I just went. I zagged because
you zigged when I zagged.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Yes.
I think I called game 3.
You did. Yes. You were like Blade Tidwell. He's going to lead us to the promised land.
Yeah, because I was just that seems like the most random one. You know, I went with random.
Totally.
And it almost happened, except Blade Tidwell and the rest of the Giants bullpen said no.
Oh, so ugly. But let's not get to that one first because
Sorry.
I do want to mention that Drew Gilbert, though, it was the Logan Webb and Drew Gilbert show on
Once
Saturday.
again, we sang his praises in the previous episode. Drew Gilbert, what's going on, man?
I think that he's starting to get comfortable and he's starting to be play to his ability because he's not thinking as much, and it happens. You're young and you're trying to do it. You don't get a whole lot of playing time, all that. He's playing regularly now. It's great. He's actually had some really impressive at bats, even walks that you weren't seeing earlier in the season. So, kudos to Drew Gilbert and his home run, even. Really exciting to see Drew Gilbert playing well.
I agree.
The pitching, Logan Webb only pitched 6 innings. We're used to him going 8, innings maybe. He only pitched 6, gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. So very Logan Webb-esque there. And then Carson Seymour and Dylan Smith actually held it down. And 1 hit over the last 3 innings. No earned runs, no walks. The Giants pitching staff did not walk a batter on Saturday. Sadly, that was not the case on Sunday.
Nor on Friday, I might add. Now, granted, most of the walks on Friday were from Mr. Trent Harris with his 3 walks and Landon Roop with his 3 walks. And then there was 1 walk from Michael Foley, who I keep forgetting is on the team. So there was 7 walks on Friday, then 0 walks. And how many walks were there on Sunday, Matthew?
There were 10 walks. And 8 of those 10 walks scored.
That away, boys.
Blade Tidwell, the Giants kept trying to come back for the guy. They were like, hey, it's okay. You give a 3-run home run. It's all right. And Devers hits a splash hit, ties it up. We're all good. Actually, we go ahead. Yeah. We went ahead because there was an RBI single earlier in that inning. And so I'm thinking, all right, we got this. Mm-hmm. And then Sam Hentges said, hold my beer. And then JT Brubaker said, oh, I could do better. And then Raver San Martin said, oh, I could get involved here. Then Keaton Wynn was like, everyone else is doing it, I might as well too. And then I just want to say that Trent Harris and Michael Foley at least were like, okay, we're going to stop the carnage. But man, those middle innings were brutal. Brutal.
Well, once again, Matthew, as you know, on Sundays I play Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, you texted me, oh, wow, what a great comeback, assuming that I was watching the game. And I was like, dude, I'm fighting a dragon. Leave me the F alone.
Yes.
But I did go then check to see what happened. And because I was like, how could he be texting me that they've had an amazing comeback? And it's like only 1:45 p.m. or whatever the heck it was. So I checked the score and I saw that Devers had hit the splash hit and they were leading 5-4. And then I was like, and then we got into a very intense battle. But eventually my character got knocked down to 0 hit points, which is not good. Don't worry, I survived. And then, while I was down, I went to check the standings. I went to check the score. And I saw that it was 13-7, Matthew. And for the second time in a span of 3 days, I went to look at the box score, and I had a major emotional event. This time, in front of a table of other people who had no idea what was wrong with me, I started laughing hysterically, like in a crazy, weird way that was almost crying. And everybody felt uneasy. And the laughs just kept coming as I moved down from one relief pitcher to the next. Because I went and I said, my assumption here is that, like,
somebody got rocked.
Somebody got rocked. Like 2 somebodies. I was expecting Tidwell. But no, it was like Hentges, 2 runs. Brubaker, 0 innings pitched, 2 runs. Ravar San Martin, only 1 run. But then, like, Keaton Wynn, 2 runs. And none of these guys, only Hentges pitched more than an inning. And Brubaker couldn't even get an out. And I'm like, some of these guys are supposed to be our good relievers. And I couldn't do anything but laugh. It was just hysterical. Because I was like, this is the Rockies, and we're in San Francisco, and this is what we get. Little did I know how bad it was. Because poor John Miller, what did you say he said?
I saw a tweet by Alex Pavlovich.
Right.
And Alex Pavlovich tweeted out, the top of the 6th, walk, walk, wild pitch, walk, walk, hit by pitch, single plus an error. John Miller, when it was finally over, said, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
And he wasn't wrong. It's a nightmare. And we're not going to wake up until 2028. And you were laughing. Tony Vitello had the look of a very disappointed father when he walked out each time to that mount.
Yeah.
Just looked at him, give me the ball.
I feel like I'm Tony Vitello's, stepdad, and I'm that very disappointed grandfather. And I'm shaking my head at him. I do feel, though, Matthew, that I must point this out.
Okay.
As bad of the two games were on Friday and Sunday, the fact that this was the first time the Giants have lost a series to the Rockies, I think, since 2020.
Wow.
The fact that the Giants are, the second worst team in the National League now? The Rockies are still a game behind them. How is it possible? How can the Rockies be this bad? The Giants are so bad, and the Rockies have been this bad and worse for so long. How do we keep staying ahead of them?
I don't have an answer.
It's the pot.
We shouldn't.
It's the pot plus the altitude. That's what it is.
Maybe that's it.
I think that's what it is.
To...
It's the pot and the altitude.
I'm just going to look and see what the Rockies' payroll is compared to the Giants. So the Giants this year, $190 million. And the Rockies are 113 million, which is actually higher than I thought it was going to be. But they are earning their win per $1 million is much better than.
I was going to say, because that extra 87 million. 77 million
70,
gets you one win.
One win.
Over 124 games.
That's how the Giants are staying ahead. They spent 77 million more.
I mean, Rafael Devers tried today. Today he tried.
Yes. And we should recognize that Turner Hill had his first major league hit today. And it was an RBI single.
Good.
And it was his second RBI because on Saturday he hit a sacrifice fly.
Good for you, Turner.
And so, those are the things you got to celebrate nowadays because you ain't celebrating much else, right? So good. The rookie got his hit. The family went crazy. Dad was so proud in the stands. I always love those moments.
I don't care about those moments.
Because you're a cold-hearted
Because that's what's supposed to happen when a new baseball player makes it to the majors. It happens all the time to everyone.
But not to that guy.
Yeah, whatever. But that guy happens all the time. And because it's that guy, it won't ever be some other guy. There's always a guy. There's nothing yes, it's special for him, but it's not special. I don't celebrate that because it means it's meaningless. It doesn't mean the Giants are going to be good ever. I want to see guys getting better. I'm sorry. The whole 29-year-old man getting his first hit is heartwarming, but it's also heartbreaking.
Okay.
I'm telling you, folks, H2O on the water on the rocks. It's a great cocktail.
I feel like I've done my job by getting us through tidbits and the Rockies without having to go into any of our potpourri.
Oh, we're not going to do the potpourri?
Choose one, Ben. Choose one potpourri item that you would like to talk about.
Well, I mean, I think... Well, I do want to mention the Fire Bells beat the living snot out of the Queens the other day, 17-3. And
Matt Williams is just yeah, ladies, that's how we do it.
That's right. And our the best hitter, Whitmore?
Yeah,
Kelsey Whitmore has tied for the league lead now with home runs after she hit 2 home runs in that game, and then she hit 1 the next day. There's this, if you're at all interested, folks, go look at the stats for the best hitter in the league. She's a catcher for the New York Heights. It's a brand new league. The pitching is abysmal, whatever. But that does mean that some crazy stuff is happening. And this lady is hitting over 800. But now with her 6 home runs, she's now got competition in Kelsey Whitmore. And the Fire Bells lead the league. They're 5-2. They're 5-2, so maybe we should focus more on them. But that said, Matthew, I think this is a good topic for the rest of the season. Here's my question, and I have to say this in an English accent because I wrote it this way.
Okay.
And I make no apologies for my bad accent. Sorry, Roger. How often should we take a piss at Johnson, Posey, and Vitello, Matthew?
As often as they deserve it.
Which is every day. They deserve it every day. Look at this mess. Look at the misery. Look, these... Posey, are we still in the memory-making business? Because this is PTSD, if that's what you're trying to do, which is totally a disorder of memories. This is awful. This is awful. This isn't just young guys who are learning the ropes. This is just awful, awful baseball. Some of it by guys who should know better or be better, given how long they've played baseball and in the league and the amount of money and contracts that you gave to them. Like what we saw out of the bullpen today was just trash. The walks are killing us. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I get it. The injuries, the bad record made you trade some guys away. But you know what? You're the ones who built this team to get them to that point. This sucks. So my question is, how often should we talk about that on the show, dude? Because that just is such a downer. I want to talk about.
It is a downer.
I want to talk about boners.
And at this point, so do I. I don't want to talk about ownership and how they don't want to spend the money, apparently, and how, and then I don't like trashing on our icon, Buster Posey, who's done a crappy job of building a major league roster to be determined on the future and his draft picks. But right now, the memories he's making aren't good. And then, it's almost unfair to be picking on Vitello so much when everything is going wrong. It can't all be his fault, although he does share a lot of the blame.
Dude, you could do the same job as him. Like, you and ChatGPT could be equally good as a manager as Vitello. I seriously believe that. And that's not because you're brilliant. I mean, you're smart. You're a smart guy. Don't get me wrong. I just mean you're not a baseball brilliant. But what I'm saying is that that's how bad he's been.
But it's not fun talking about that. So let's just talk about boners. What is that about Matt Chapman again?
He tore the muscle, his core muscle, off of his pubic bone. Is that more fun? It kind of feels more fun.
Kind of is.
Isn't it time for the booze, boys?
Yes, Bob. Stop us from talking about boners.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking a cocktail I'm calling Moon Over Michoacán. And it's because this weekend I hosted some, I'm on a board for a nonprofit, and they brought gifts. And one of them was a gin from Michoacán. And one of them was Mezcal, also from Michoacán, coincidentally. And so I made a cocktail with it and named it Moon Over Michoacán. So it's got the Mezcal is La Luna Mezcal. So La Luna's moon, you get it. Anyway, what's in it? It's got 2 ounces of gin, a half ounce of Mezcal, a half ounce of Luxardo Maraschino Liqueur, 3/4 ounces of lime juice, a 1/4 ounce of Agave Syrup, and 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. You're going to put them all in a shaker with ice, give it a good shake till well chilled, and double strain it into a chilled coupe glass. No garnish, just enjoy. So that's what I'm drinking, Bob. Moon Over Michoacán.
That's a tasty cocktail.
It was good. It's a little smoky. Smoky. You gotta like the smoke.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, thank you for asking, Bob. That's very kind of you. First, Bob, I want to let everybody know Michoacán is a state in the United States of Mexico. I don't say that because you're ignorant. I say that because how many states and other countries do you even know? Well, you know Baja California. Or at least you should. I mean, you may not know it's a state, but you should know it. And also Alberta, because they don't have rats. Look it up. Anyway, Bob, what was I drinking? I don't remember. Oh, right. It's water on the rocks. How do you make water on the rocks? Well, first of all, you're going to take your giant bottle of comfort vodka, and you're going to open that up, and you're going to measure out 2, 4, 6 ounces into your into a rocks glass. Then you're going to gently layer in a handful of ice, and then you're going to take a bottle of tonic. You're going to crack it open, and you're just going to pour a little bit on the top over the ice. That's your water on the rocks. Then you're going to take a half lime, the whole thing, not cut long ways, but in half, like, horizontally. And then you're going to take that shell and you're just going to squeeze that over the top, and you're going to drop it in the glass. And that's how you make water on the rocks. And I'm not going to lie, this is also kind of I'm kind of making fun of the vodka tonic, but also drinking one. And that's what I'm drinking today, Bob. Water on the rocks.
That's a tasty cocktail.
Honestly, dude, with the lime and the tonic, it's not bad. It's not bad. I wouldn't call it great, but as an ethanol delivery device, it gets the job done. And if somebody comes up to you and says, "What are you drinking?" you can totally say, "Club soda." And they have to believe you. And that's what I'm drinking today, Bob. Water on the rocks. Did I already say that? I already said that.
You did.
I've had
you
a
did
lot.
Already say that.
It's not water on the rocks.
I'm noticing your comfort vodka is getting a little bit lower.
Yeah, and it makes me less and less comfortable every time I drink it. But I'll have to replace it at some point. The good news is it's Kirkland's finest, so it's not that expensive. And they don't let you buy a little bit. You have to buy so much. Like, it's bigger than my head. And I got a big head. And that's a wrap. I was waiting for you to do it. And I'm like, why is he not doing it? Thank you for joining us. We will be back on Thursday with more Giants content. If you can't wait that long to get your fix, feel free to reach out to us on the social medias where we go by the name Giant Cocktails. But more importantly, be sure to leave us a positive review, like 5 stars positive, at your podcasting platform of choice, aka Apple Podcasts and Firebellify. Matthew, it was great talking San Francisco Giants with you. Until next time, cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Ben. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye! I can't believe we're still better than the Rockies.
Thank you for listening to the Giant Cocktails Podcast. Until next time, bottoms up.
You're right. There are no rats in Alberta.
Yeah!
And part of it is because they have the Rocky Mountains to the west, and then they got like lakes to one side and just frozen tundra to the north. And so they just focus on the east. And I just picture like all these people with their little machine guns just
It's like a constant battle.
getting all the rats. Yes, as soon as they see one.
Yeah, it's like World War Z, the book, where they have to do these whole like special battle formations to fight this unbeatable, unstoppable foe. You know what I'm talking about.
Too. In fact, I'm looking up one called the 2012 Medicine Hat situation, when a colony was discovered living around a landfill close to the Saskatchewan border. Authorities launched a major operation involving excavation, poison, and yes, shooting. About 147 rats were killed, Ben, and the colony was eliminated before it could spread.
Yeah, they have to march out there in these weird little square formations. It's kind of like this cube shape or square shape, and then they just keep shooting as they keep coming in, and then they pile up. And they could climb up over the piles of the dead bodies, and so they have this like collapsing thing where they just the square keeps getting smaller and smaller until all of the zombies the rats are dead. I might be conflating this with something else.
Sounds like a good strategy either way.
Yeah, it worked against the zombies.
Subscribe now because you'll forget when you're hungover.
I don't get hungover.